Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Breaking Bulletin, your trusted spot for the stories shaking up our world. If you are new here, please smash that subscribe button and ring the bell so you do not miss a single update. Today, we are tackling a hot topic that has Canadian snowbirds buzzing, a new United States rule that could flip their travel plans upside down. What do you think? Will this change how Canadians escape winter, or is it just a bump in the road? Drop your thoughts in the comments as we dive into this snowy saga. Let us set the scene. On March 11th, 2025, headlines lit up with news of a United States policy shift that has got folks north of the border scratching their heads, according to CTV News that day. The Trump administration rolled out a rule saying foreign nationals, including Canadians staying in the United States for more than 30 days, have to register with the government or face penalties. For the million-plus Canadian snowbirds who flock to sunny states like Florida and Arizona each winter, this is a game changer. Why is this a big deal? Well, these snowbirds are not just tourists, they are retirees and seniors who pump billions into the United States economy every year. As noted by Global News on March 7, 2025, historically, Canadians have crossed the border with ease, no visa needed, just a quick chat with a border agent. Now, this registration twist, part of Trump's protecting the American people against invasion executive order, could mean fingerprints, online forms, and a whole lot of hassle. How do you feel about rules tightening up on travelers like this? Let me know below. I am all ears. Here is the kicker. This is not about illegal immigration, at least. Not for snowbirds who own condos, pay taxes, and spend big in places like Boca Raton or Tucson, according to the Globe and Mail on March 6, 2025. Yet, they are caught in the crosshairs of a policy aimed at undocumented migrants, and it is sparking outrage, confusion, and some serious what-ifs. What do you reckon? Is this fair or a total misfire? Hit that like button if you are intrigued, and let us unpack how this all came to be. So, what exactly is this new rule shaking up snowbird life? It all started on January 20th, 2025, when President Donald Trump signed that executive order directing the Department of Homeland Security to enforce registration for all aliens staying over 30 days. Per Fox News on March 10, 2025, Canadians long treated as trusted travelers now need to sign up with United States Citizenship and Immigration Services if they are 14 or older, and parents have to register kids under 14 too. It is a first in history, and it has got snowbirds on edge. Here is how it works. If you roll into the United States by car like most snowbirds do, you might not get an I-94 form, that electronic slip proving you're registered, says the Canadian Snowbird Association on their site as of March 2, 2025. Without it, you have to jump online, set up a United States Citizenship and Immigration Services account, and register, maybe even get fingerprinted once the system's live. How does that sound to you? Simple enough, or a tech nightmare for seniors? Share your take in the comments. I want to hear it. The penalties are no joke either. Fail to comply, and you could face fines up to $5,000, 6 months in detention, or both, according to CTV News on March 11, 2025. Immigration lawyer Rosanna Berardi told CTV she doubts snowbirds will get locked up, but the threat is there to nudge folks into line. What do you think? Will this scare snowbirds off, or will they roll with it? Drop your gut feeling below and subscribe if you are hooked on this drama. The rollout is still fuzzy. As of March 11, 2025, the registration portal is not even active, per Fox News. But the rule kicked in February 25th, and the Department of Homeland Security promises a form soon. Snowbirds crossing by air might dodge extra steps since they usually get an I-94 at pre-clearance, but land travelers think RVs and sedans are in limbo until the system's up. How patient are you with government red tape like this? Let me know in the comments and hit that share button if you think others need the scoop. Alright, why is this happening now? Trump's order ties back to his big picture immigration crackdown, signed the day he took office in 2025, per Newsweek on March 5, 2025. He is aiming to track everyone crossing the border legal or not under the Immigration and Nationality Act, which has been on the books but never hit Canadians like this before. It is a shift that has got immigration buffs like Berardi calling it a 3-decade policy pivot, and snowbirds are collateral damage. The timing is spicy too. Trade wars are flaring. Think 50% tariffs on Canadian steel and Ontario's 25% electricity tax per Business Standard on March 11, 2025, and tensions are high. Some see this as Trump flexing muscle, lumping Canada in with broader border security vibes, even though snowbirds are not sneaking in, says the Globe and Mail on March 6th. What do you reckon? Is this tied to trade spats or just Trump being Trump? Drop your theory below. I am curious. Canada's not playing the same game. Americans can still visit Canada for up to 6 months. No registration needed, per Global News on March 7, 2025, highlighting a one-sided sting that has got snowbirds feeling singled out. Critics like Evan Rachkovsky from the Canadian Snowbird Association call it a slap in the face to a loyal ally, per CTC News on March 7th. How do you feel about this imbalance, fair or foul? Share your stance in the comments and hit that like button if you are fired up. The politics are messy. Trump's team says it is about safety and control, but immigration experts argue it misses the mark. Snowbirds are not the invasion here, per Newsweek on March 5, 2025. Berardi told the Globe and Mail it is like rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic when the real immigration mess is elsewhere. What do you think? Smart security move or a swing and a miss? Let me know below and subscribe if you are loving this deep dive. So, how are snowbirds taking this? Picture this. You are a 75-year-old retiree packing your RV for Florida, and now you have got to figure out a glitchy government website, per CTC News on March 7, 2025. The Canadian Snowbird Association is scrambling to help members check their I-90 for status online, but for tech-shy seniors, it is a curved ball. How would you handle this if you were them? Grit your teeth or give up? Drop your vibe in the comments. I want to hear it. The outrage is real. Rudy Buttigieg from the Canadian Association of Retired Persons told CTV News on March 11, 2025, that retirees are annoyed at being treated like suspects after decades of easy travel. Windsor Snowbirds told CTV on March 10th they find it deeply offensive, with some like a New Brunswick couple on Global News March 11th ditching Florida altogether. What do you think? Will pride push snowbirds away, or will they adapt? Share your take below and hit that share button if you feel their pain. The logistics are a headache too. The portal's not live, so snowbirds already in the United States or crossing soon are in a gray zone. Per Fox News on March 10, 2025, Berardi says it is not hard once it is running just name, passport, and maybe prints, but the rollout lag is stressing folks out. How patient would you be waiting for this to clear up? Let me know in the comments, and like this if you are rooting for a smooth fix. Then there is the boycott buzz. Posts on forums and chatter on Snowbird Advisor. Ka suggests some Canadians are done with the United States. Mexico or Costa Rica sounds sunnier now, per CTC News on March 7, 2025. Rachkovsky predicts a drop in 2026 visits if this sticks, citing the weak loonie and insurance costs too. What do you reckon? Will snowbirds fly elsewhere or stay loyal? Drop your prediction below and subscribe if you are hooked on this twist. Now, let us talk cash. This hits more than just snowbirds vibes. Canadians pumped $20.5 billion into the United States economy in 2024, with Florida snagging $6.5 billion alone, per the Globe and Mail on March 6, 2025, citing the United States Travel Association. Snowbirds about 1 million strong own homes, shop, and dine big, especially in border states. How do you see this rule shaking that up big loss or no sweat? Share your gut in the comments. I am all ears. The numbers are wild. A 10% dip in Canadian visits could mean to million fewer trips, $2.1 billion gone, and 14,000 United States jobs toast, warns the Travel Association via Global News on March 7, 2025. Florida's feeling it already. Canadians made up 25% of foreign home sellers their last year, up from 11%, per the Globe and Mail. What do you think? Will businesses push back or eat the hit? Drop your take below and hit that like button if you are stunned. Border towns are sweating too. Places like Buffalo or Detroit thrive on cross-border shopping and work trips. Think 1.7 million United States visits to Canada in December 2024 alone, up 11%, per Newsweek on March 5, 2025. If Canada retaliates with its own rules, traffic jams and lost sales could pile up fast. How would that mess with your local scene? Let me know in the comments and share this if you think it is a sleeper issue. The flip side. Some say snowbirds will grin and bear it. Half-own United States property, per SnowbirdAdvisor.ca. And they are not ditching that easy, argues CTC News on March 7, 2025. But with a weak $1.73 to the United States buck and rising costs, this rule might be the last straw for some. What do you reckon? Tough it out or tap out? Drop your call below and subscribe if you are loving this angle. So, can snowbirds sidestep this mess? The Canadian Snowbird Association is lobbying United States Congress for an exemption, per their site on March 2, 2025, arguing Canadians are not the target here. They tell members to check I-94's. Now go to that Customs and Border Protection site, punch in your info, and see if you are set. How hopeful are you they will win this fight? Good odds or long shot? Share your vibe in the comments. I want to hear it. There is a workaround too. Fly in, not drive. Air travelers usually get that I-94 automatically, says Fox News on March 10, 2025, so no extra steps if it sticks. But most snowbirds haul RVs or cars over land, cheaper and cozier, so flying is not their jam. What would you do? Switch to wings or roll the dice? Drop your plan below and hit that like button if you are brainstorming with me. Canada could push back. Global Affairs Canada is monitoring this, per CTV News on March 11, 2025, and while they have not mirrored it yet, a tit-for-tat rule on United States visitors is not off the table. Imagine Americans registering to ski Banff. Could that flip the script? How do you see Canada playing this chill or clapback? Let me know in the comments and share this if you think it is heating up. The long game's unclear. If the portal launches smooth and snowbirds adjust, maybe it is just a blip. Berardi says it is not overly difficult once live, per CTV News on March 11, 2025. But if it flops or Canada retaliates, this could rewrite cross-border life big time. What do you predict? Smooth sailing or stormy seas? Drop your forecast below and subscribe if you are riding this wave with me. Alright, folks, we have ripped through this snowbird shakeup on Breaking Bulletin. A new United States rule registration for stays over 30 days, per CTV News, Fox, and more on March 11, 2025, has Canadian snowbirds facing a winter of change. From billions at stake to border tensions, this is more than a travel hiccup. It is a relationship test. What hit you hardest from this story? Share your top takeaway in the comments. I cannot wait to read it. This is what Breaking Bulletin is all about, digging into the shifts that hit real people and sparking chats that matter. If you dug this deep dive, smash that like button, share it with your crew, and subscribe. We have got heaps more coming. Where do you see snowbirds landing United States, Mexico, or bust? Drop your guess below and let us keep the convo alive. Big props to the snowbirds out there. You are the pulse of this tale, weathering rules and winters alike. Thanks for chilling with me today. Stay sharp, stay curious, and I will catch you in the next one. What else do you want us to tackle on Breaking Bulletin? Tell me in the comments, and let us make this your spot for the stories that stick.